Hey, toggle gremlin mode to always on because it's time for another Scuts Draws time lapse. With AI art on the rise, it means all the more to me that I was approached for this commission. My customer wanted their partner drawn as a Na'vi for a Christmas gift, so I gathered some refs and I got going. With AI-generated art proliferating creative spaces, and the ethical questions and sourcing concerns surrounding it, I thought it would be interesting to put in my 2 cents on the controversy as an artist in the space, with about 10 years of freelance experience. So first things first, what is AI art? Yes, I remember it like yesterday. It started as Dolly, wild, silly prompts like Goku caught on trail cam. Just a meme, I thought. Just a meme. But Demigorgons playing basketball was just the beginning. In case you've missed all the hubbub, it's art made with machine learning. Images, often without the consent of the original artists, are fed into programs like Midjourney to quote-unquote teach it. And the images are created by someone putting prompts via text into the program. These programs will then attempt to use keywords to make an amalgamation of images to try to fit the given description. Alright, so why is it a problem, and how is it impacting the industry? While some in favor of programs like Midjourney will make the argument it makes art accessible to everyone, any artist can point at a basic pencil and scrap of paper to get started in a pinch. Some artists even struggle with disabilities or barriers that prevent them from holding a different job, and creating art is something they can do within their physical limits. AI art is produced quickly and cheaply, and even now is competing for sales against the very communities of artists that they steal from. See, that's where one of the biggest problems comes in. These programs are trained on art without the original artist's consent. In order to have something to export, the programs are fed volumes of art. The issue is that instead of creating anything new, programs like Midjourney and Stable Diffusion will churn up these and spit them back out rearranged. Sometimes fragmented signatures and watermarks can still be identified, or the art style being used is clearly a ripoff of a prominent artist, even so far as finding their handles being used as search terms and keywords for the prompts. There was an outcry and frustration of artists seeing these models being trained on their art style that they spent their lives working to develop. Despite this, it's still hard for most of them to have their art retroactively removed from the programs, and some in the pro AI art community even added more art from upset artists out of spite. It's very disingenuous to say you appreciate art and want to make it while taking what others worked to achieve. As the images are not created by people themselves and are generated from cannibalized, copyrighted images, content being made from AI art is by current law not able to be copyrighted. You can thank Naruto the monkey for that line in the sand. Prompters are creating and selling AI-generated art at conventions and events and taking those vending spaces from artists. Not only is generated art taking artists' styles without permission, but it's also quickly mass-produced and taking up tables, vending stalls, and income from actual artists. Will AI art ever overtake real artists? I'm not so sure. There are limitations to what can be created. TikTok has many filters that seem to struggle to make sense of objects that it doesn't recognize. There's even a trend of taking photos in the dark of your room or various other things to reveal something. But it's not peeking into your soul or into an astral realm, it's just the program filling the space with something. In the same way, it also ignores a lot of details because it cannot understand them. I've seen AI filters like Lensa take amazing makeup looks or cool background elements, and because it has no idea what to do with the visual information, it just guesses and approximates it into garbled messes. It doesn't understand how the accumulated details add to the meaning of the whole. Even something so basic as our D&D group's assassin character, a dark hooded figure with big round sunglasses and a ginger beard, was beyond mid-journey. The result was a super bearded Van Gogh in aviators and an orange robe. Right then and there, I knew it was no competition for competence that you can find in human artists. There's even a CapCut filter that claims to turn you into a Na'vi. The end result very much so looks like a Na'vi in most cases, but the generated images lacked a lot of what made the facial features read like the person it was transforming. Whereas when I was working on this commission, I did my best to look at this person's features and imagine her as a Na'vi, in the same way that the human actors' features were seen on their avatar bodies in the movies. That's the kind of attention and care that an artist can give to their work because they have context and can add details that reinforce the image as a whole. Machine learning seems to struggle with that kind of interpretation. It lacks the same nuance that a human is able to apply. AI art is like when your brain sees the coat hanging on the wall, and it thinks it's a demon, right? Where the human brain grasps the context and it can investigate or work out that it's just a coat, AI art says, yeah, this is the demon alright, and it puts horns on it. It's very weak at being creative beyond what's being fed into it. You will not get an entirely new thing out of generated art, only a new blend of the things you have already fed it. It's more like a collage that's been blended together. You can't add anything that wasn't from the magazine already to the image. No, people can actually make stuff out of scrap paper that actually makes art. Like, a human can take the white strips with text and go, this can be the tail of a chicken. Where AI art will go, I don't see the tail of a chicken, and it will not know what to do. It just sees it as text of a book. There's no ability for it to think outside that box. But then it does accidental stuff like turn horse blinders into headphones because it doesn't know where ears are on a horse. It just sees the blinders and thinks it looks similar enough to where headphones could be. And so therefore it just replaces the blinders with headphones because it lacks context. It was a hilarious image, but if you were trying to commission something specific and that's what you got, it's pretty ridiculous. It's sad to see it be used in such a controversial way, because I do think there are incredible applications to help artists maybe find pose references better or ease repetitive steps in animation processes, but I do not believe that AI-generated art should or can replace human creativity. It is a tool, not a replacement. If you take away Midjourney or Stable Diffusion, a prompter can't produce new art. If there is an epic, devastating, Carrington-level event, a big old solar flare, I'll still be making art in the apocalypse, even if I'm drawing a smiley face in the dirt with a stick. If you'd like more information about AI art and its implications, Adam Conover has an amazing video covering a lot of the current topic. So, to wrap things up, it just makes the people who search out artists and creatives to support super rad. Just like this commissioner made my day when she was excited to deliver this gift. I struggled with the hair. I don't know if you noticed I redrew it a few times during the overall process of this painting. I came back around to it until I was happy with it. But that was good. I had patience, and in the end, I'm really happy with how her hair came out. And it was just really fun trying to morph someone's facial features into being a Na'vi. I had so much fun on all of the details and trying to capture her partner's face, and I was so happy to hear that she loved the picture. It always feels so cool to know my art is hanging up on someone's wall, you know? If you want to support a human, unicorn, artist, you can check out my links below to pick up some merch or consider supporting my coffee for a shout out. Commissions are my bread and butter, so if you'd like me to make more consistent video uploads, that kind of support would go a long way to helping me make more. I love sharing these time lapses with you all, so even if all you can do is watch my videos to the end, just know that it means the world to me. Thank you so much, take care, and don't forget to check out my playlist for more time lapses and tutorials. See ya!